Islam. First, I give praise to Allah, the great God of the universe. I give honor to his last and holy and divine prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I give honor to everything that the prophet brought for the uplifting of fallen humanity. I give honor to our past leaders of the Moorish Circle of America, Brother C. Kirkland Bey, Brother F. Nelson Bey, Brother J. Blakely Bey, and honors to Brother R. Love Ill, our past Grand Sheik and moderator, and honors to our present Grand Sheik and moderator, Brother R. Jones Bey, and to his assistant, Brother A. Hawkins Bey. I give honor to all of you who have joined in this evening. I give honor to my sisters on the panel. Welcome back to another episode and our season finale of Girl Talk, Real Talk, Moorish Talk. Tonight's topic, Moorish Celebrations. I am Sister Ingrid Ill from Temple 71, Washington, D.C.
Islam, Islam, Islam. I'd like to rise and give all praises to Allah, honors to our holy and divine prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, honors to each and every one of you, honors to where honors is due, honors to my co-hosts, the panelists, Islam. This is Sister Tiffany Hopkins Bay out of Temple number 11, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Islam.
Islam. I rise giving praises to our Father God Allah and honors to our Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I give honors to all that the sister gave honors to. I give honors where honors are due. I give honors to each and every one of you. My name is Sister T. Britt Bay from Temple number 71 in Washington, D.C. Islam.
Islam, everyone. First, I give rise and give praise to the great God of the universe, our Father God Allah. I give honor to our holy prophet. I give honor to everything my sister said before me. I give honor to you viewers because we are here to talk about celebration. First, I'm Sister A. Ravino Bay from Temple number 21 out of Brooklyn, New York. And we're here to talk about Moorish celebration. This is the season that we are transitioning to. And for those that don't know, we are about to embark on celebrating our prophet's birthday on January 8th. And then we have 7 days follow on the 15th is our Moorish New Year. And so I'm going to open it up with the first question because this is a high season for us to talk to my sisters about how do they celebrate this special season. So who wants to kick off the conversation first?
Islam. Praise Allah. So I guess I will start. I would just like to first say, high honors to the Prophet for having and instituting a celebratory time for the Moors, so that, us adults, but as well as our children, would not be missing anything when the other holidays come up for, the other cultures or religions of people. We have our own. And so, high honors to the Prophet for that. But I will start with my question, and it is, what is your favorite memory of celebrating a holiday with friends and family? And I'll start. I think my favorite, it's so many. I think every January 8th for me has been a blessing because I get to give my children some things that they can look forward to and they can remember. Temple number 11 in Philadelphia, we always have a celebration for January 8th, and which is the Prophet's birthday. And we always get together, and it's always such a grand celebration because the children put on plays, there's music, there's gifts, there's food, there's, everybody is enjoying themselves. And we are also honoring each other that day as well. Because when man honors man honors Allah. And so just to be able to be amongst your family, those who speak the same language as you, and have a whole day dedicated to serving each other, serving humanity, serving the prophet is just, it's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. And I'll just put this in, I love when I can coordinate the children with my husband and myself, and we all match. That don't happen every January 8th, but when it does, it be popping. Praise Allah.
Islam. Yeah.
Praise Allah.
Well, my favorite part about Moorish celebrations is the everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about it. The we celebrate Moors from other temples come from all over. You have the opportunity to meet your brothers and sisters and lay eyes and press flesh and hug and greet and exchange gifts. The food be on the one. Everyone is looking so fabulous. The music, the children, the everything. Everything about it, the vibration is so high and so divine, you can't help but be excited. And the prophet said, I brought you something you can shout about. It is said that the prophet said that, right? Amen. Because, we have a good Moorish time when we get together. And that's at any Moorish event, whether it's prophet's birthday, New Year's, family day cookout, Moorish custom ball, charter day, whatever it is. The prophet, like the sister said, brought us our own customs and holidays and things to celebrate. And I give honor to him also for all of that. Peace.
Peace.
He's a lot. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, sis. It's, for me, it really is about from about October on, when I was young in our temple, that's when the youth would get together, like, okay, what are we going to do for Prophet's birthday? And we would decorate and create artist drawings and pictures, however the youth wanted to show up, and work on plays and be able to express. We did, reenactments of, some of the chapters with Jesus, that we speak to. We'd have children that would orate and sing, and we would come up with songs. And it was our gratitude and thanks for being uplifted that we get to share and celebrate with everyone. And so for now that I have children, it's an honor, because now I'm able to help them understand the importance of it. And as an adult, we give gifts to everyone, even small gifts, the food. Sometimes we get to be with other temples, particularly in New York. We try to get everybody together. Anyone that has heard the prophet's voice, we want to just welcome them back. It's a beautiful time. Those that may have, come in for whatever reasons, and maybe they're not there as often, to welcome them back, have a little bit of food, come and talk, get some love, get some of that inspirational food to kind of pick them back up. And so for me, the prophet's birthday specifically is the highlight. I remember very young, my father was like, you are going to enjoy your celebration just like every child gets to celebrate whatever it is for them. Get that. And so I'm trying to do the same gift. And then we got Moorish New Year's. And for us, Moorish New Year's, we, come in all casual. There's a lot of games and just real casual get together with some food, a lot of board games. You see some competition come out of some of the Moors. You're like, okay, I know who like the book, I know who's been ready for us. And so just in movies and just to be able to be with one another. And I think it's Allah and man and all of us showing our higher self to each other in that beauty. So that's what I get excited about.
Yes, and let me also say that Temple 71 has some very talented young folks, or I should say younger folks, at Temple 71 who are very talented. You have Sister A. McGee Bay, who has a beautiful voice, Sister M. Jones Bay, who has a beautiful voice, Brother D. Williams Bay, who's a hip hop artist, and he has some beautiful music about the prophet and the movement and the temple and the law. If y'all haven't heard it, y'all need to get with it. Okay. And then we have Moorish Jeopardy when we're at the temple, like on Charter Day or one Moorish New Year. We just met at the temple. We played Moorish Jeopardy. I mean, listen, we always have a good time when we get together, and that's what it's all about. Enjoying each other, our brothers and sisters.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah.
Islam, So
Islam.
my Moorish holiday has been a bit different from you all's, because I've been here 3 years and I came just before. I came the year just before the pandemic. So my first Moorish celebration, I was not able to attend, and then after that, everything shut down. So my last two, within the last 2 years, have been at the temple, but it hasn't been quite the experience that you all have had, like a real big thing where you got dressed up and everything. I haven't experienced it like that, but the way that I have experienced has been very nice. Just the bonding with the
That's right.
Moors, serving, because I always help serve whenever we have any kind of event. I love, serving people. So it's been great. It's also at the same time of being great being with the Moors. It's been a bit different because my family wasn't involved. So I've been experiencing a Moorish holiday, but not with my family because
Mm.
it's just different. It's early on. I am very much excited this year. This will be my first time being able to attend. I've been
That's
looking
right.
forward to this. On top of that, timing is everything. My whole family is coming. I am very
Praise
excited. I was when I first mentioned it, when I was I first asked my mom, and she said, "Yeah, sure." And I didn't ask my dad. And when I got home, I was questioning myself, like, why you ain't ask your father? And I kind of felt like my dad, I didn't want to be rejected because I kind of felt like my dad was not going to want to participate because my family are they're still in the process of embracing
Mhm.
me as a Muslim, and so or as a Moorish American. So nevertheless, my mom said yes. My son, I don't care what I ask him, he's with it, and of course my daughter is too. So I asked my dad yesterday. So he was talking to me. He was all in a good mood. So I said, Dad, I have something I want to ask you. And he said, okay, what? I said, well, we're having our Moorish celebration, which is on January 8th. And I've asked the family to come, but I really would like for you to be there. And he was like, all right, like it was nothing. Of course
Praise
I
Allah.
cried because
Wow.
I
Praise
wasn't
Allah.
expecting that. Then my son came downstairs all excited. What time? What time? I want to go to barber shop. This, that, and the third. So my daughter was like, wait a minute, hold up. I don't know nothing about this. I said, well, yeah, the whole family is going. So my brother hasn't really been around. And he was with us yesterday, and my brother coming. So I'm really excited that I have
Hey, that's
my
Praise
what we
entire
want.
family coming. And this will be an experience for all of us.
Praise
wow.
So my first
Praise
experience
Allah.
for this Moorish holiday celebration, to have it with my family means everything. I got my Moorish family, but I've got my family that's gonna be there. So I am really looking forward to it.
Praise
That's
Allah.
it.
praise Allah.
Wow.
Make sure you take tons of pictures, sister.
Oh, I
Yes.
am.
That's right.
Well, I'm gonna be
You got
serving, so I hope
And they
I
gonna
get
have
to
a
be
Moorish
serving.
good time too.
That's right.
yeah.
That's right.
Praise Allah.
Yes,
That's so good. That is so
yeah.
good.
Hmm.
Praise Allah.
That's that joy that the holidays do bring. That
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to. Yeah.
It's a blessing to be able to experience these blessed occasions with the family that if you weren't born in the temple, to have your actually family that you were born to come and be a part, even though they may not have grabbed hold to the lessons of the prophet yet,
Yes.
just by your demonstration they can learn a lot, and at times it can definitely intrigue their minds. And, we're not saying that because there's no compulsion in Islam, not saying that it forces them, we're going to tell them, come join and come do this, that, and third. No, we just want you to come and see what we're about.
Let's see.
You know
Yeah.
what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Yes.
Because a lot
Yes.
of times, it's funny because I had a gentleman, I had last Saturday, I was doing some catering and stuff through my business. And this gentleman, as he was going out with his last stack of stuff, he said, Happy holidays. And I said, Happy holidays to you, And he said, You guys are Moorish Americans, right? And I said, yes, we are. And he was like, okay, one of my relatives was a Moorish American. And I said, praise Allah, that's a blessing. And he was like, yeah, I know a little bit about you guys. And I know he said something to in reference to I know your holiday is soon or something like that. I said, yep, it's shortly after you all's. But I wish you happy holidays and I'm going to enjoy my holiday as well. But
Mhm.
you know, just that familiarness, with this being just the season. I always tell my children, if someone says something to you, you don't have to say like, oh, I don't do that, because we're in our holiday season as well. um and so this is a time for all to be joyous and excited, and in a celebratory mode, so praise Allah for that.
Praise Allah.
Praise
Yeah.
Allah.
I mean, yeah, you got to tell them when people say now, they'll say, happy holidays and Merry Christmas or whatever they may say, and I'm quick to say, no, Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays. I'm going into my holiday season
Right.
because I want to be able to acknowledge that everybody's in their moment. And I
Mm-hmm.
acknowledge and I respect it, but let me be clear about mine. Mine is really about my January. It's coming. I'm ready.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
it's happening, and happy holidays is coming for me, and it's here for you.
That's
Wonderful.
right. That's right.
Hmm. All
Praise
right.
Allah.
Who got the next question for us? Come on, Sister
I
Birthday.
got it. I have it. So I have described the transition being made from the worldly holiday traditions to celebrating our prophet's birthday and Moorish New Year's. And I'll kick it off because this question is personal to me. Um, I'm still in the transition. I am so grateful for my partner, Brother D. Smith Bay. He has helped me so much um, with this transition. He made it real simple for me. His sharing of how to go about it, and it really helped. For him to share that, with me to not, make it so. Because I thought I had to just cut everything, and he was like, in moderation. You know what I'm saying? You still be around your family, because they do celebrate Christmas and you respect that. That is still their holiday. But you're around your family for what reasons? And he made me think about it for real because of the love and the joy that we share with one another around that time. So that helped, but in the beginning it was really rough for me because my first year I was here in the house, me being the only Muslim in my family. It was it was just different. It was
Mm-hmm.
different because I didn't know that. It was like when I went around my family, I didn't know what to do because like, okay, I can't get no gifts because I can't be a part of the celebration. So, like, so I'm just sitting there. And then I'm like, I hope they don't give me nothing because I felt some kind of way. But it just showed me how I was so caught up in the gifting kind of sort of, and everything. So these years from my first year of celebrating the Moorish holidays to this point, it's each year there's been growth with that for me. And what I didn't do was compromise what I believed in as far
Mm-hmm.
as my religion when it came to our Moorish holiday. I embraced it even more, even though there were times that it was kind of lonely a little bit sometimes, because I'd be with them December 25th, but on January 8th, I was in the house and nobody was here with me. So it still wasn't that same whatever, the enjoyment, the
Right.
excitement, and all the noise, and the family just getting together. So this time around, um, I kind of sort of took control. So I started out with the inviting my family to be with me. I'm gonna have dinner at my house because I did get my family gifts. And what I did was yesterday I was with my family and I had cards for everybody. But I have gifts for them that they're going to celebrate my Moorish holiday with me.
Praise Allah.
So and that's been a transition for me to even get to that point to I'm gonna say be
Mm-hmm.
bold enough to do it, but this is my Moorish holiday. So, the respect works both ways. And I had
Right.
to find a way to involve my family where they didn't feel pressured to celebrate my Moorish holiday with me. And so it's just a transition. And the transition is moving along smoothly. And I am so grateful that it is. So I thank you all for sharing information with me. And when I hear you all about how you all went through it first time, this, that, and the third, as to where you are today, I can see me moving in that direction. There's gonna come a time it's gonna be natural for me coming up. So I look forward to that. So the transition is I guess it's just what it's supposed to be. But I'm feeling better this year. Most definitely going into the Moorish New Year's. I really am. I'm looking forward to it. Peace.
Praise the Lord. When you were saying that, sis, it just made me think about how just like you want your family to be there with you on their day, sometimes we have to. This is my thought. Sometimes you have to be there for them on their day. It doesn't
Yeah.
take the Islam out of you. It doesn't take your more. It doesn't take your nationality away. You still walking this, being in this path means that
Mhm.
you have principles and instructions that are guiding you in your life. And in many ways, the prophet says, you could be like a cedar on a mountain, so you're going to rise and shine. For me, I have family on both sides between marriage, that celebrate Christianity. And then I have some that celebrate Jehovah's Witness. And to me, that was probably more of a shock because there
Mhm.
is no intermingling of connection. Whereas I'm like, look, I'll be there to support you however you need to be. Right. And if I need
Right.
to be there to raise you up, because I need you to do that for me. But for
Right.
them, it was very difficult. Is they can't. And I had to not take it personal because they're following their religious guidelines, but I'm gonna follow mine, which is about love.
That's
Jesus was
right.
in the halls with men from very different. And I remember reading, I
Mhm.
was like, wait a minute. Jesus didn't stay by himself. He went into
Mhm.
Mhm.
all the halls of learning men. And he propagated
Mhm.
his faith in his speak. So if he's my pattern, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to show up there and just speak my speak and let it be.
Mhm.
So it's beautiful that they're stepping with you, I think, because I don't,
Yes.
part
Yes.
of my won't. But it's
Yeah.
that shows the love that our
Yes.
religion is accepting of
Right.
all, no matter your walk. We are
Absolutely.
accepting and bringing. You can be whoever you are. We want to bring you in with love because
Yeah.
that's our first divine principle. So praise Allah.
Yes.
That's a
Praise
Yes.
beautiful.
God. When you were speaking, I was just thinking, praise Allah for everything you just stated because that is so right and correct, and just high honors for you for even bringing that out. Um, much of my family um are of the Christian faith, and it's funny because I had the honor of um my mom is an elder, and I had the honor of cooking for her holiday. um at the end of the day, that's my mother, and if she can't do something, I'm not
Mhm.
going to say, oh no, I'm not cooking for you. Like, that's not my belief, that's not my what that's my mother. um
Right.
so, praise Allah for being able to aid and assist her, because as Moorish Americans, we are to aid and assist. Um,
Mhm.
so I had the honor of doing that. And then when it actually came to what was it? Yes, it was yesterday. I think their holiday was, yeah, yesterday. I'm not gonna not talk to my mother on because it's Christmas Day. I'm gonna speak to my mom. I'm still, you understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of
I
like
do.
I'm still gonna say, happy holidays, mom. Are you okay? You need anything? We still gonna have these
Yes.
conversations because that's still my family. You
That's right.
know,
Yes.
at the end of the day, I may celebrate January 8th and she may celebrate December 25th, and that is absolutely fine. What I will say is,
Right.
in between this December 25th and January 8th, we're gonna get together and we're gonna celebrate together. I actually, I actually
Yeah.
invited her. I said, because she always, every year, my mom, praise a lot for my mom, high honors to her for just everything she is and who she is.
Praise Allah,
I
sis.
have so much respect
Mm.
for her as a human being. It's not even funny, but um, she always, every year, she says, "Oh, well, I'm gonna come give them, my children, I'm gonna come give them their gifts for their holiday," right? And I'm so grateful for that, because she literally always comes, whether it's the day of, whether it like, if she wasn't coming to our January 8th celebration, she would still be here at our house January 8th in the morning to make sure she gives them their gifts on
Praise
their holiday.
That's it.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's
And
right.
so I can only honor her for that, because she she didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? These are not
Right.
her children, they're her grandchildren, and it's not something that she celebrates, but she's giving us and our prophet the honor.
That's
And
right.
so what am I to do but honor and respect her? You understand what I'm saying?
That's
So,
right.
when
Yes.
you have
Yes.
family that love and adore, you have to teach them by being the message that you bring.
That's
And
right.
so when you're displaying them, being that message, they're gonna grasp it some type of way, whether it's a respect for it, whether it's an understanding, whether it's a appreciation. They're going to, because first of all, if they love you,
That's it.
if they love
Yeah. That's
you,
That's
it.
love.
they're gonna want
Right.
to, you understand what I'm saying? They're gonna
Yes.
understand. They're gonna understand
Right.
that you're not trying to hurt them by not, being there or celebrating or whatever the case may be. Because my family,
Mm-hmm.
honest to all of them, they are at the point, and I think yes, December this month has made 16 years of me being a part of the Moorish Temple of America. And they have, at this point, praise Allah, not said, "Oh, come on over because we're doing such and such and such." They know that we will get together in some days before, some days after, whatever the case may be, because as we said, it is the holiday season. It is a celebratory time. So, just honors to them for that. Praise Allah.
Praise God. When you said that, Sister Mimi, there's a brother that posted on Facebook. I follow. I can't remember his name, but he showed a article. I think it was Brother Clinton and Bay. It was an old article back in the 30s, 20s, 30s, that there were more.
Brother Clinton Bay.
Yeah, you saw that.
Bay.
There were
I did.
Moors that saw our poor Asiatic children that celebrated Christmas. They got their money together to buy them gifts so they can celebrate their holiday. Like, what to the ability to stand up for your religion, which is of love and truth and peace, freedom and justice, in this land where you can practice whatever your faith is, but we honor because we love you so much that we'll take care of you. That's just another testament. The Moors were doing back then in the 30s, and
Right.
so for me too, it's also like we just got to show each other love, no matter who we are, that race, that creed, your nationality. We're supposed to do it. That's a part of our.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're not doing it, that's a whole different problem.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in a mode of celebration. Praise Allah.
It's not. My transition was, well, listen, when I came in, I was put to work right away. So that's kind of how my transition was. I was working. I was working. And I mean it. Like, I was helping decorate the hall for the celebration, and I was just busy working. So my transition was, it felt warm because I was a part of, and I was being asked, I was being included in certain things, and I was like, praise Allah, because sometimes the way you come in don't always look so good, but praise Allah, people can see me for who I am. And say, Parker said, "There's work for all. Let's put this sister to work." And then they
Right.
did. And praise Allah, yeah. So my transition was, it was okay. I'm Me and my daughter and my grandbaby are my only bloodline in this area. So not celebrating with family was okay, Actually, once I started celebrating with the Moors, I felt better because prior to probably 2015, I would get real homesick around the holidays. And this is after joining the movement. This is after celebrating with my brothers and sisters in the movement. I would get homesick, and it would be mostly around November, around the Thanksgiving era, right? So what I started doing was I started cooking so I can get the aroma of that smell, that at home from back home smell in my house, so I would feel okay. I had to, do what I got to do to get through, and for you know, this season we can still exchange gifts. Like I could still buy my daughter gifts. I could still now I'm a grandmother. I can buy my grandbaby gifts. They don't have to go without. They can still get their gifts. Now I may give them to them on December 25th. When I give it to them, I say Happy Prophet's birthday. They understand. My grandbaby definitely understand because every morning when she spends the night with me, she's standing with me and face the east and say her Moorish American prayer with her mima. So um praise Allah, for my transition. It makes it easy on them. I remember one morning I was laying in bed. My grandbaby was about 2 years old. She's 6 now. She was about 2 years old and she got out the bed. And I was thinking to myself, where's she going? What's she going to go do? She got out the bed and faced the east and put her little fingers up and started. And I tried to grab my phone so quick so I can record it, but I could. I was like, praise Allah. Thank you, Allah, for your instructions. My grandbaby can see and she can understand. And she understands. She really understands. So, yeah, praise Allah.
I mean, I grew up in the temple, so the transition was just whatever. And on Temple 21, no matter what the 8th fell on, we celebrated, regardless if it's not on the weekend. And so I remember, I would get a letter every time right before school starts, because school starts. I get a letter, and it's like, it would say it. I was sent into school that said, just as we just observed 2 major holidays, I'm observing as a Moorish American Muslim. I'm observing January 8th, and I want, so I would hand that in, so that I can go celebrate my holiday on the 8th. And so that has always been. But I will say, as a child, though, growing up, we'll be honest, there were definitely days I was looking outside, looking on lights and the trees, and we were like, man, what is it over there? What is it like? Because I didn't have that opportunity to experience it. And so I'm always very mindful, I think, for children, because I knew even though we had ours, it wasn't just the date, it's like a month, right? So it was like, there used to be like, it's like torture sometimes. From October till about December, for 2 months, I had to look at, there goes the Halloween, then they go out trick or treat. You go trick or treat. No, why? The reasons why you can't go trick, right? Like, oh my God, I just want I get a candy bar. No. Then you go straight into Thanksgiving, right? Then there was the Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was a little bit okay, because we would sometimes go to my father's side of the family if they were in town, if they would have something, but we would wait, they would go to do whatever, and then we'd come in. I'm like, okay, it's a little bit, and then we roll into Christmas. So it was difficult being a Moorish American Muslim. Sometimes you have your moments where you're like, yeah, they're doing this and I'm not doing that. And so with everything, so but then you kind of get into your rhythm. So it didn't take away, but I'm going to be honest, you can't not see when you are surrounded by the decorations at school and the gift exchanges that are happening, and elephants and all of that. And I'm like, well, I can't do none of that. So but I would say it helped when you have other young Muslims in the temple to have that dialogue with about, this is what they did, or this is what they did, or they did this, and to have that conversation with and understand, and then it fortifies you back into what you are here to do. So I'll just say, as much as I love the celebrations and that we have, that as a child you have your ups and downs, and then at a certain point it doesn't even matter as much. You can mature enough to realize they can celebrate theirs and I can still be there, and I got mine, right? And the more
Mhm.
you are with your brothers and sisters, for me, the better it feels, right? It's harder when
Mhm.
you're by yourself, but when you're with a group and or you're with, particularly I love when we're other temples, it just takes us to a whole nother level. And so I think there's a reason why we are brothers and sisters in this movement. We have to stay together and be in that unity together, because there's a vibration to keep us all moving the right direction. So I try
Yeah.
to be mindful of that, that being together is so important as much as possible.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm going
Mhm.
to New York to spend some time with my family before, and I'm very excited to spend time with my parents and be in the temple, and 21's opening up, and so it's happening, and I can't look forward to seeing some of the other Moors in New York. Praise Allah.
Mhm.
Praise Allah. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get into it, Sister Grill.
Okay. So what are some of your favorite dishes that you make for Moorish holidays or events? What dish of yours is the most requested, if any? Or is there a dish that you favor that someone else makes?
Mm. Okay, I think we got a special some for us in the background. So let's see what's gonna happen in a minute.
Well, I still want your questions. I mean, your answers.
Okay.
So I'll go. My let me see. It says one of your favorite dishes for an event. So one of my favorite is my smoked turkey on the grill, my yams and
Mm,
mac and cheese. And people always ask me to do either yams, mac and cheese, or deviled eggs. Um,
I've
and
had
is
them
there a
double
dish?
eggs.
And is there a dish that you favor someone else makes? Everything my mother made, I favor all of it.
It's on. That's
Everything.
on.
But mainly, yeah, her mac and cheese is one, but I love all my mother's cooking.
sister, what's this on the screen? The more cranberry mint. I
So
didn't have that.
this
So tell me about that.
I'm getting ready to tell you about it. So this is a drink that I thought about that's for children as well as the adults. And I named it the More Cranberry Mint Crush. And what it is, it's cranberry ginger ale. It's a peppermint syrup, just a
Mm,
dash of that. And
Mm.
I took a candy cane, crushed it, and that's what's around the rim of the glass. And I got two cranberries in there, actually in it, with a candy cane hanging out. And actually, it is so good, y'all. It really is a refreshing drink for the holiday. So I advise or ask everybody, please try this drink though. It's really good. So it'll go with all y'all delicious meals.
And
mm,
it has mint in it.
It has
Oh, it's
a
a peppermint.
peppermint. It's a peppermint
Duh.
syrup, like you know how you would use either a guave, so you don't
Yes.
need a lot. You don't need a lot of it, so just a little
Mm-hmm.
bit.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's really tasty. And
Ow.
you get to crunch, and you get to crunch on the candy around the rim.
mm.
Yeah, that's it. Hmm.
Okay. Who gonna go next? Let's see what we got next.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that look good.
What's
So
that?
this is actually this is my dumpet cake, and this is from Sister A, Blackson Bay, brother and sister Gaither Ills, granddaughter, from Temple 71. I make one of the favorites that is requested and that I like to make and eat. Let me not forget that part. Uh, is the dumpet cake, and this one is actually sweet potato dumpet cake. But I make peach and apple pecan and apple caramel and sweet potato. And it's one of my most requested dish for probably everything that we have, the dumpet cake. The other one that I like to make is mac and cheese. And I'm with Tracy. Excuse me, I'm with Sister Britt Bray. My mother's everything too. Yeah, she can get down. No question about it. Praise
Yes.
Allah for her. As long as she was here, I was one of them children. I was one of them children that used to cry when my father would cook. Right. Honest to my father though, the only thing he was good at was Mexican food and on that pit. He was like that on the pit, but everything else you be in tears and you hide your food under the tablecloth and all kinds of stuff. But mama, you hurry up to the table when she on the scene, so praise Allah.
Praise Allah.
That looks yummy.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Thank you. And
Mm-hmm.
gotta get you
Okay,
your ice cream of choice, right? Get your ice cream of choice. My ice cream of choice is vanilla Haagen-Dazs for dumpy cake.
Praise Allah.
Okay.
Praise Allah.
What's good?
Okay, so I'm gonna just share what this is. So this is actually a dish that my daughter likes me to make, and it's lemon pepper wings with these roasted veggies. And um, she's really, really picky eater. I'm gonna call her out. She can be very picky. And this is like the one thing. So every year she's like, can you make me these lemon pepper wings? And it takes time, because I season it the night before and all that. And then I try to get some veggies in it if I'm gonna do it. So that's what I bring for them. And that's one of her favorites. My son everything is a favorite for him. So that makes it easy because I always try to give them something that they really, really enjoy. But this picture here is a throwback. I gotta give it to brother the W. Curtis Bay, and that's his sister, S. Curtis Bay, and I think that's the little Williams behind us that he just found. And this is a prophet's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. And I thought it was crazy to see this because it just made me think about the food that we love. And I have to give it to brother C. Ferguson Neal. He makes these wonderful vegetarian citrus wings, ribs. Amazing, so good. I love his food. And then brother C. Moriel, and he used to make this banana pudding every year that would we would all whisper, we're like, he made the banana pudding. He made the banana pudding. Okay, because he would make banana pudding. But you want to know when he was going to scoop the banana pudding out, and the children would be knocking people over to get the banana pudding. And I remember asking him, and I was like, I'm gonna make this banana pudding. And I was trying to make this banana pudding, trying to figure out different recipes. And I finally asked him, I said, brother, what do you do? And he's like, sister, I just put a little extra love in here. I was like, okay, I can't do this, right? But and I give honors to my mother. She used to make an apple cake. And this apple cake, it's funny. I would talk to more. So like, wait, your mother make the apple cake? I'm like, yes, my mother makes the apple cake, and she used to make potato salad. And those are the two things that she would always make. And she would make this. Think about juices at birthday because you made a juice. She would make a lemon gingerade, which and we would have to with the lemons. And I'm like, this is a lot of work. But on Robin's birthday, we would make that. So food was so important because everybody would bring their favorite. They might make some little bit here and there, but Robin's birthday, we get all the favorites, and that's what made it so special.
Praise God.
Mm-hmm.
Praise Allah.
Yes. Okay, dun dun dun.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Praise Allah.
Right here.
Sister Grill, can you say the line of what you make or what's requested? How did it go?
Say that again.
I was trying to find out how your question was.
Oh, okay. So it is what are some of your favorite dishes that you make for the holidays? Which is your most requested, and which one of someone else's dish? Like what dish of someone else's do you like the most?
Okay, so praise Allah. So I would say this is one of my most requested dishes, and it is a Moorish curry. And it's called Moorish curry because I make it and I'm Moorish. So praise Allah. But it has salmon and shrimp, and it has a lot of herbs and spices in it. It has a little bit of heat, but a little bit of sweet with it. It's really, yeah, the Moors definitely request this a lot.
It looks so good.
Thank you. Praise Allah. So as far as what I like to eat or what I like to make during the holidays, pretty much everything that you all said. I do I enjoy eating dishes from others. Both sides of families can cook very, very well. So, praise Allah. It would be too many dishes to name. But it's just a thing of I cook what honestly my children request. I always ask them because they're very, very picky eaters. But when we throw down for our holidays, like our personal, because it's like one thing when I cook for work, but when I cook for home, the short ribs, the rice, the mac, the eggs, Moorish eggs that you spoke about, like we gets it in, and those are the favorite things that my children and my husband, he got these biscuits that I make. He wants them every day. I can't do them every day. But praise Allah, it's about celebrating, and we are, one thing about food is food brings comfort, and food brings, happiness. When people have eaten a good meal and they could sit and talk and, relax and enjoy themselves, that always brings such a comforting feeling. But like I said, my mom, I will give high honors to my mom and my grandma because that is who I got my skill from. I wish I had this picture that I'm going to tell you about, but my family used to have a picture of me and I was 3 years old holding up greens and eating them because I had just picked them and everything with my grandmother. So, this has been a long time in the making, So praise Allah.
Islam. Food, somebody just said food make you dance. Listen, I'm over here trying to contain myself because now I was looking at that picture and she was naming all those dishes. My stomach over here is acting a plum food now.
Right.
I'm ready to eat. My goodness, sis, all your dishes look good. I've been on your site and
praise Allah.
Yeah, everything looks good. I'm coming.
Praise Allah.
Very
praise
good.
Allah.
Yes, and it tastes good.
But let me tell you something. I do not mind, and I will actually be grateful for anybody who will cook something for me. I am grateful. Grateful.
I hear you.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah. Yeah, food does something to food is an expression of love. It's art.
It is.
It's a gift when somebody has nailed something that makes you like, that is good. What did you do? You know what I mean?
That's right.
And it's expression of love. And I will say this. I remember when probably 10 years ago when I was with the children and running around and I felt like stressed about cooking dinner every day. And I felt like my food wasn't any good. And someone said that to me. They're like, when you cook with love, it feels very, very different. And it's not that I didn't want to cook. It's like I had to cook something every day. And so when I shifted my perspective, you know what I mean? It changes, And so it's wonderful. I give her honest to Hafiz Bay that she's in her pocket of giving love in a very specific way. And so we are happy to know her. And if you all have not been there, you need to check it out because she just serves love right on that platter and you feel it. You just feel that.
You said it when hope and joy, when hope and love is in back of toil.
Yeah. That's it.
That's right. That's right.
I don't cook as much as I used to. I have a album on my page called The Trillist Treats and Eats. And I used to be in here cooking a whole lot, but things are a little different for me now, so I don't cook as much. But I love it. I love it. And you have to be in the right frame of mind and your heart at
Mm,
peace to
Yes.
actually cook.
Yes.
Because if not, the food's gonna not turn. In my opinion, your food don't come out right if you're not right. You
I
know, if
agree.
you're going
right.
I
through,
agree with
you
you.
know, so yeah, my heart got to be right. My heart and mind have to be in tune with each other. Because if they're at odds, I might as well sit down, try it again another day. You know,
Mm,
but
Yes.
praise
Yes.
God.
wow. Yeah, I've learned that. And praise a lot for doing this on a daily basis, because there are times when sometimes things can be work and it's like it's not fun anymore. But you know,
Mhm.
when people come and they share with me how they enjoyed certain things, or for me it's when people are ordering catering from us. It's like, wow. I know one of the
Mm-hmm.
brothers said to me, like, yeah, my wife said, you know, she enjoys everything, so she's not going to cook this year. And I was like,
Mhm.
honored, like, praise Allah. You know what I mean? Like, that's such an honor and a blessing. But I realized that, I think this was a couple weeks ago, because I just introduced the biscuit thing. Doing that with
Mm-hmm.
my hands and, you know, listening to music, it was like so relaxing and peaceful. I
Yeah,
was like, I could literally do this every day. Praise Allah.
Praise God.
mm-hmm.
So, you know, when you get into that mind frame of you are, because food can be healing.
Yes.
You know
Mm.
what I mean? Food can be healing. And when you are doing something from the love of yourself, it's an extension of you. It's that olive branch. It's that, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? You are extending your hand in a certain way to someone else. So
That's it.
therefore, it's, you know, you're giving yourself on a plate literally to someone. And so you want that to
Mm.
be the best
Yeah.
representation of you that you can possibly give to someone.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you know, when I do have the opportunity to cook for home, because I'm gonna be honest, my children eat Royal Zarasa often. But when I do get to just be at home and you know, during the holidays, our holidays, and focus just on that, it is a blessing. And because it's dedicated to my family, it's dedicated to my husband and my children and whatever other family members that have come over to join us. So it's definitely a blessing.
Praise
Hmm.
God.
It's good
Yeah.
to
Okay.
see people enjoy your food too and your
Yeah.
cooking. It's good to see that. It makes you feel
Yep,
good. Yeah, that they're
Mhm.
Yeah.
enjoying it. You know.
That's right.
absolutely.
Okay. So share if you want one of your secrets in a dish. You know, because like if you get a recipe, for instance, from someone, right? Every time it's passed down or shared, in my mind, everybody is adding their own flair to the recipe. So what flair have you added to a recipe?
I would say my curry dish, there's a lot of cinnamon and ginger in that dish, like fresh grated ginger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, so a lot of times people don't know that, but I'm a person that likes spice. So it works. It works. Praise Allah.
Mhm. So I bake, and actually that's what I'm doing for Prosper. I usually bake a lot, and one of the things that I started doing to make it to just take it up a little is I'll use is a very specific Mexican vanilla that I'll use, and I will play with different vanilla beans or different types of vanilla extract to change the flavors in the food, in particular when you're baking. That's what I will do. That's my secret. Somebody put in the comments, so don't do it. I love the fact that they said, don't do it, don't tell the secrets. But here we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Well,
don't have any secrets. I don't have any.
okay. Um, Sister Hopkins, babe, when you said cinnamon, I was like, praise Allah. Somebody else used cinnamon in their meats, on their meats, and their food. Because people look at me like I'm crazy, and I was like, actually, cinnamon is a great tenderizer, and a lot of people don't know that. And I put it on every meat, whether it's chicken, shrimp, steak, lamb, burgers. Cinnamon goes in there. Um, but one of my secret ingredients for my mac and cheese, I'm gonna give it to y'all, is I wish I had a pack of it in front of me. A pack of ranch seasoning, not the dressing, but the seasoning that comes in the pack. You put that in your mac and cheese. My God. That's it. I'm not giving up no more. That's the only one I got for
You
you.
said,
Okay.
you said
All
that the other
right.
day. Guess what? I went and bought a pack. So I have a pack in
When I,
there. So when I'm trying it,
when I told y'all about it, y'all ran to the store,
I
didn't
ran
you?
some. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this with some. It's coming.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, it's the truth. It's really the truth. There's this restaurant here called Hip Hop Chicken, and this is back when they kind of first opened because they didn't fell off now. But there was something in the mac and cheese I just couldn't figure out. We're always trying to figure out the recipe to somebody's restaurant, a seasoning, a sauce, or something like. For years, all of us here in DC was trying to figure out the recipe, the mumble sauce. That's what we put on our fried chicken. Then they just start selling it in the stores, right? So there's this mac and cheese they used to have. It's not the same. And I was trying to find this flavor and I couldn't think of it. And then I was at the grocery store and I just happened to look up and I was like, see, I know flavors because this cooking is what I do. I'm skilled and trained in it. So I know flavors and what kind of merges well together. And I looked up and I said, that's it. I don't know if that's what they use, but I'm gonna use it. And I tried it and it tastes better than theirs. Hey.
Praise the Lord.
They need to get me in their kitchen because they done fell off. But yeah. Sorry.
That's a blessing. Praise the Lord.
Okay.
We got 3 minutes. Who got a quick question? We'll wrap it up.
I think we could.
Oh, let me
go ahead.
Let me just say real quick, you all look beautiful, and it's been an honor and a pleasure to work with you this season. This is our season finale, and we get a little break, and we be back at it as always. Praise Allah for being chosen and to be able to serve in any capacity of uplifting fallen humanity.
Praise Allah.
Islam, I want to thank the
Allah.
viewers just for supporting us so much. We really appreciate your support, your comments.
Absolutely.
And it's just a pleasure just to be, to have you all join us when we're live. So I just wanted to thank our viewers more than anything, and of course our media team as well. Definitely. And our said temples that blows us up too. So yes, thank you all.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
Well, I think we're at time. I agree. I want to thank everyone, the viewers. I want to thank the media team and our leaders for supporting us, for letting us be here and letting us shine. So if anyone wants to hear more of this, you can join us on Fridays, our Holy Day meetings at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Sunday school is at 2 p.m. Also, of course, you got to watch the other shows that are coming out. We got Universal Love that's coming in this Wednesday. And then next we have Sakara Sacred Healing next week on Wednesday. I'm trying to drop it all in here so you can see this. We also, if you happen to be in the Maryland or DC area, you need to go and you can see the Great Bay in motion. They're going to be at Temple number 71's celebration. That's the address right there for you, starting at 1 p.m. Make sure you go out and get a picture with them. And then we got our wonderful Sister Hopkins Bay. She's going to be at Temple number 11. They're going to be having theirs. Theirs is starting at 4 p.m. You can go ahead, and if you happen to be coming out to Brooklyn, New York, you can come out and see. I'll be at Temple Number 21. We're at 349 Bainbridge Street, 2 p.m. There's an Evite invitation. You can check that out and be able to come and learn more. But January 8th, we started off. January 15th, we close it out, and we're going to have our Moorish New Year's celebration. For those that follow, you need to go follow Othello the Moor. I'm telling you, Brother German Bay is going to throw down some hits. We're going to show you how we party up here. Go to Mixcloud. You're going to sign up, and then watch out on our Facebook. We'll have the date and the time on it. It's only going to be on the 15th, but you're going to hear some real good music and throw out some shout outs. So we're going to celebrate and sing and have an amazing time on our Moorish New Year's. And with that, I think that's all we have for this evening. Again, we want to thank all of our viewers and guests for helping us close out this season in love. And I hope that you all are celebrating whatever you celebrate in peace and love. And if you want to check out the Prophet's birthday celebration, come on, check us out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, Moors.
Thank you all.